Thank you, Shruti. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm really sorry I can't be with you in person this afternoon. I feel like a celebrity saying that and sending you a video message instead. But the reason is I'll be taking off a little earlier today to go off and enjoy some of the glorious summer sunshine this evening and watch my football team, Bohemians, play in our second big game at the Aviva Stadium, which is a pretty exciting thing if you follow League of Ireland and if you followed it for as long as I have, to get to go to that wonderful amphitheatre to watch your team play football. It's just meant I've had a bunch of stuff into the early afternoon, and unfortunately due to some hiring work that I'm doing in the background in EMEA, I've had to give this meeting a miss. It's my favourite meeting of the week when I get to sit down with all the team, but unfortunately I couldn't make it today. I just want to give you a couple of quick updates from my side of the house and from the kind of manager's side of the house as well, to hopefully keep you abreast of anything that's new and changing around us, and a couple of asks as well. First, I think you will have seen Connor's email this week. We followed up on it as well around hiring. We're at a point in time now where, as the restrictions are globally lift, as the company gets back to a more normal powering ahead on hiring and roles begin to emerge, people will naturally, as part of their PDPs, look and take on new opportunities, and we're seeing and feeling that right across EMEA and the UKI as well. I'd love you to help us all work together to hire the best people and the greatest talent into all of our teams where you can. Many of you have been hired by many of you on the call in that kind of interesting circle of life, and some of the best talent that's joined our business has been referred from people in this team, and has also been interviewed and hired from people in this team as well. So please do play an active role in the hiring journey. One specific ask from me to all of you, and we've had it from our recruitment team down, is when you are interviewing, please do look to reduce and restrict the amount of time that you need to move things around. It just has a massive knock-on effect right across the org. To give you one specific example, I sit on the EMEA hiring committee, so every hire that gets made, me and the team, we kind of rubber stamp it, push back if we've got any concerns. But what we see is we're seeing an increased number of poorly constructed packs, which is kind of interesting. And that means we need to have those packs as well written and as clearly written as possible, so we can move them through the process and ensure that hires happen. When they get pushed back, it can sometimes add up to a month on someone joining the company, and that isn't an ideal place to be. So that's just hopefully one small sign of how important the work you do is on this journey, and I would encourage you all, where possible, to continue to lean in on the hiring journey, and please be an active participant and help us out on it. Second thing from my side, you will have seen, I hope, the email from Sundar last night and then Matt's follow-up. We're going to see some changes to how we look at the next phase of COVID in the company. A lot of this isn't defined just yet. The piece of work that was referenced there on having to have vaccinations to join a campus, we're not quite sure how that plays out for us at the moment in EMEA, as Matt mentioned, but more will come down the line as we hear and learn more about this. What I'd ask all of you to do, and particularly all of you that have any concerns on this at all, is talk to your manager. We're here to help you make sense of the world around you, and we're here to help ourselves make sense of it as well, so we can have a kind of as good and as enjoyable a process back as we get into our new ways of working over the next number of months. On that note, I don't have any further updates on when we're expecting to go back, or what that will look like and how that will look like, but what it will be is it will be different. None of us have done this before, and the world of hybrid work is going to be something we're going to hold each other's hands on as we go down that path, to understand what good looks like and how we'll get used to operate in that environment. So please do flag up anything on your mind. As more of the concrete details from EMEA come down, we'll be able to share them with you, and we'll be working together to ensure that we've got the right setup collectively and together as pods, as a sector, and as wider teams of teams as well. But as we get more, we will share them with you as soon as we do. But there's nothing more at this stage to discuss or to go through in any great level of detail beyond get ready yourself and let us know if there's anything on your mind. Final thing from me to all of you, look, you'll probably see the slide flash up in a second, but please continue to look after yourself. We are nowhere near the end of this journey. We don't know what the next phase looks like, but please do continue to look after yourself, and then continue to look after those around you as well. It matters hugely. Events like the one later this afternoon, run by Leisha and the kind of culture committee, are so important to ensuring that connection point stays for those people that enjoy and want to work in that environment. I can't go to it myself. I would be if I was here, but unfortunately it's something I'll need to miss, but I hope you enjoy it. Finally, please do continue to get your client work out the door. There is a couple of weeks left before it all goes very, very quiet across EMEA. We're usually a little bit later in the UK and Ireland, than most of our EMEA partners and peers. But please use the next few weeks to really grip through as much good client stuff as possible, and set us up well for the second half of this year more broadly. And then finally, continue to take time out to recharge. I'm going off to enjoy some fun this evening, I hope, in the august surrounds of Lansdowne Road. I hope you're making and taking advantage of the what has been good weather here in Dublin, if you're here in Dublin, to enjoy those evenings of rest. But please also make sure you're booking off that time to recharge and reset as well. It matters more than ever that you can be able to be sure that you've got the right level of relaxation and also recharge built into what will be a busy second half of this year, as we already can feel it, but then obviously a busy and unusual return in Q4 more directly. Hope that was useful. Back to you, Shruti, and I'll hopefully see you all soon. Bye bye.